Alrighty, so you're struggling with factor. We're going to figure it out, right? In this video, we're going to factor trinomials that have a coefficient, leading coefficient of 1. That means there's no number in front of the squared term. So whenever you have a trinomial of that form, it looks like this. So you have 3 terms. The leading coefficient is 1. And what you want to do is you want to find factors of C, which is the constant term, that add to B, which is the middle term. So I like to create a table, and I like to list all the factors of C that I could think of, and then just add them and see if they give me my desired B. So you can go and list all of the factors of that last number and see what they add up to. If they add up to that middle number, then those are the factors you want. So whatever those factors are, so for example, say the factors are m and n, then your answer or your solution in factor form will be x plus m times x plus n. So this is what we're aiming to do when we factor trinomials that have a leading coefficient of 1. So let's look at some examples. Example 1, we want to factor x squared plus 11x plus 24. So it's 3 terms, which makes it a trinomial. Tri means 3. The leading coefficient is of x squared is 1. Our leading coefficient is 1. And so we want to find factors of the last term, the constant term, which is 24, that add to the middle term, which is 11. So what are factors of 24 you can think of? 12 times 2. 12 times 2 give you 24, but when you add them, you get 14. So that doesn't give me my desired middle number. What about 8 times 3? 8 times 3 is 24, and when you add 8 and 3, you get 11, which gives me my desired number. So these are the factors that I'm looking for, 8 and 3. Therefore, when I factor this, it will simply be x plus 8 times x plus 3. So this is x squared plus 11x plus 24 factor. Now you could go back and you can check this by multiplying it back out. Some people like to say FOIL, some people like to use the box method, or some people like to say everything over here times everything over here. Whatever it is you like to use, you can go back and multiply it out and check it. So I'm just going to check it here. X times x is x squared. X times 3 is 3x. So here and then here. And then 8 times x is 8x. And 8 times 3 is 24. Combine those middle terms, 3x and 8x, and you get 11x. X squared plus 11x plus 24 is what we started with. And so all I did here was just check to make sure my factors are correct. So this is what it factors into, x plus 8 times x plus 3. Let's do another example. Example 2, we want to factor 11x or x squared minus 11x plus 28. Again, there's 3 terms, which makes it a trinomial. Your leading coefficient is 1. And so you want to take factors of the constant term, which is 28, that add to the middle term, which is negative 11. So just start listing your factors of 28. And the first ones that come to my mind are 4 times 7. 4 times 7 is 28. Add 4 and 7 and you get 11. So that's almost what I want, but I want a negative 11. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to switch the signs on the 4 and the 7. Because negative 4 times negative 7 is also a positive 28. And now when I add negative 4 and negative 7, I get negative 11, which is my desired number that I want, that middle term. So these are my factors, minus 4 and minus 7, or negative 4 and negative 7. And so this will factor into x minus 4, x minus 7. All right, example 3. We want to factor x squared plus 2x minus 15. Again, there's 3 terms. Leading coefficient is 1. So I want to find factors of negative 15 that add to 2. So start listing your factors of negative 15. First factors come to mind are 5 and 3. But one has to be negative because it's negative 15. So I'll stick the negative on the 5. And negative 5 plus 3 is negative 2. So it's almost what I want, but not exactly what I want. I need a positive 2, so I'm going to switch the signs. Make the 5 positive and the 3 negative, and then add those together. 5 plus a negative 3, you get a positive 2. That's what I want. That's my desired factors because it gives me the positive 2, which is the middle term. So this will factor into x plus 5 times x minus 3. Okay, let's try example 4. We want to factor x squared minus 7x plus 18. So again, it's 3 terms, which is a trinomial. Leading coefficient is 1. So the way we want to factor it is take factors of 18 that add to negative 7. So factors of 18, 2 and 9. Well, 2 plus 9 is 11, so that's not what I want. 3 and 6. 3 times 6 is 18, and 3 plus 6 is 9. That doesn't give me negative 7, so that's not what I want. 1 and 18. 1 times 18 is 18, and 1 plus 18 is 19, but it still doesn't give me that desired middle number. And those are the only factors of 18, and neither one of those give me negative 7. And so what that means is that this expression, this algebraic expression, cannot be factored, and we call that prime. Just like a prime number, the only factors are 1 in itself, meaning you can't multiply 2 things to get it. It's the same thing with the trinomial. If you can't find 2 factors or 2 expressions to multiply to get to it, it's considered prime. So now you try this one, x squared minus 8x minus 33. Try it, pause for a minute, and see if you can factor this. All right, so it's 3 terms. It's a trinomial. Leading coefficient is 1. So you want to take factors of negative 33 that add to negative 8. So first factors of 33 that come to my mind are 11 and 3. And since it's a negative 33, one of those has to be negative. So if I stick the negative on the 11, I get negative 11 times 3, which is negative 33. Add those together, and you get negative 8. So lucky me, I got it right on the first try. So those are the factors that I want. And so this factors into x minus 11 times x plus 3. Did you get it right? Alrighty, so if you're comfortable with this, then you need to go on and watch the next video, which is factoring trinomials like this, but when your leading coefficient is not 1. So when you have a number right here. So go on and check that one out. If you got this, you're ready to move on.